I hide my face from the others as I walk in front of them. I know damn well what this feeling is, and I don't like it. I clench the left center of my uniform and grit my teeth, a deep red blush cascading over my cheeks, and what I can only hope is anger. Wyan, hey, wait up. Shiota lands an arm on my shoulder, and I have the faintest urge to turn around and grab him by the collar. No, I don't do that, of course. I sigh, letting out some steam. Yes, Shiota? The coldness in my tone caught him off guard. What's wrong with you? He asks. What? My words get cut off by my laughter. No, I didn't mean it like that, he says finally. Well, how did you mean it? Tell me. Wyan, what's wrong? Kaino frowns at me from behind. I can hear it in her voice. I feel like screaming. I just want to burst, and Akabane's right at the center of it, of my anger. He's so infuriating. I wanted to meet him, and now I have. I can't help but think it was a mistake, though. I growl unconsciously and force myself back inside the classroom. No, I don't want to be here. I'll just skip history. I mean, it's almost over anyway. God, what has become of me? In A, I'd never let some fiend get to me, not some peasant. Why am I letting it happen now? Because he's more. A voice echoes in my head. It sounds far, extremely far. I internally slap whoever the voice belongs to and shake my head. I walk to the bathroom. There I switch on the tap and throw water in my face. The mirror across from me only shows a shell of what I once was. I can see it in my eyes, in my face. But why? What happened? When did I give up? When you... No. I only met him a few days ago. It hasn't been that long, damn it. I say out loud. The voice quiets and I breathe in, then out. I repeat it a few times. In, out, in, out. Once I'm sure I'm calm, I pat my face down with the towel and walk back into class. When I walk in, I notice everyone's eyes and decide that today might just be the day when I move back to A, because at least in A, they didn't care or pay attention to what happened, just that I was angry and to stay away. This class is the opposite. They care and they want to be close to me. They want to understand and they want to help, and I hate it. It makes me feel weak. I feel like I'm going crazy. All this is caused by one little insect hypocrite. The voice says again, and I turn to walk out before I flip over Sensei's desk. The next few weeks, Akabane shows up to class, almost completely ignoring my presence and focusing on getting under Koro-sensei's skin. Notice how I said almost? Every now and then I'll catch him staring at me, or his eyes land somewhere near me. He'll either avert his gaze immediately or continue staring, slowly roaming his eyes from where they were cast to meet my sight. No shame. His eyes just linger on me until I've got the right amount of sense to let his eyes go wherever and look away. I don't know what he gets out of having me under his control. Asano said it. I'm useless now. I couldn't even meet Akabane without him wanting to do it in the first place. I can't imagine what he sees in tormenting me. We haven't spoken since the Saturday of my apparent transfer, though his eyes still somewhat intimidate me, especially when he challenges me head-on. Thankfully, I haven't gotten partnered up with him in anything, but I know it's just a matter of time. It's like he's deliberately haunting me, waiting for me to be off guard. And then what? I can't even think of what he's planning. I thought he was better than Asano. Turns out he was nothing special. I just switched one devil for another, possibly a worse one. The feeling in my stomach hasn't gone away. It's gotten worse, and I fear I might be coming down with something serious. I feel like throwing up whenever Akabane slides one of his devilish smirks my way. It feels like I can't breathe, like I'm suffocating, like the walls of the classroom are closing in on me. I've managed to hide this suffering for the most part, but another fear is that it's only a matter of time before I can't hold it in anymore and scream Akabane out of my life. I control my breathing. It doesn't help that he sits right next to me, The big, obnoxious brute to the right of him. Honestly, the only good thing that has come out of this is that Taraska has been put in his place, and for that, I can't thank Akabane enough. I inhale and exhale, opening and closing my eyes as quietly as possible. Then, there's a sliding noise in front of me. I open my eyes once again, and the first thing I see is a phone on my desk. I'm guessing someone slid it across to me. I look up, following the owner of the hand that's also displayed on my desk, and would you guess? It's the man himself. Yes, I'm being sarcastic. Look at that, I muse. And I thought I'd have to knock on the devil's doorstep for his attention. As much as I hate it, I know Akabane intimidates me. That's just factual evidence, but let the world be damned if I ever let him know it. I lean back slyly, one arm behind my chair. What do you want, Akabane? The smile that tugs my lips is surprisingly not at all fake, although I don't know if the same can be said for Akabane. He leans over my desk and peers into my damn soul with his something eyes. Okay, that's all they are. Nothing. God, he's so close. I gulp helplessly and curse myself for it. His grin widens, then he whispers, Karma. If I call you YN, you can call me Karma. Ha! He won't ever get me to do that. I've never dropped honorifics with anyone. Not even Shiota, and I'll let the world freeze over twice before I break my sacred code for him. Despite his already closeness, I lean in, almost brushing our lips together. I smile, probably wider than him, if possible, and spit out the word, No. I lean back and wait for his reaction to my defiance, some kind of anger, like my teacher's, or a roll of the eyes indicating his annoyance, like Asano. But instead, he looks absolutely, positively, very much just dumbfounded. Shock is the emotion I least expected from him, yet there it is, right on his face, eyes wide, mouth slightly agape, mind someplace far away recalling what just happened. It makes my smile slowly dissolve into a small frown of my own. Akabane? I question, looking around as if someone around us could have triggered this reaction. I know Shiota is or was close with him once upon a time, but he's completely oblivious as to our conversation, much like everyone else who stayed in the class for lunch. Do that again, he says. I blink. Maybe I misheard him. I'm sorry? He blinks once and connects his eyes with mine. Do it again. Do what again? Before I can finish, he leans in farther, almost sealing the distance between us. Our lips brush again and my heart picks up. The last time it was a fluke, something that happened to show him that I would forever stand my ground. But this? Now, I'm actually just so confused. A few seconds, we don't break eye contact, our lips barely touching, the breath of each other landing on the other's exposed and non-exposed skin. I still myself, unaware of what to do. After half a minute, he retreats back and pushes his phone closer to me. Your number. I sit speechlessly. Then, all at once, it hits me. A massive tinge of color spreads across my face. Yeah, okay. I mumble, trying to ignore the tension in the air. Not that there is any. He stuffs his hands in his pockets and looks out the window, toward the forest. Here. I slide his phone back, avoiding his line of vision. He grabs his phone and mumbles something to himself, then takes off over to Shiota's group. Only when I'm sure he's fully gone and can no longer see me do I allow myself to let out a deep breath and take it in again as many times as I want. I shake my head every time the memory comes back, forcing myself not to think about it. The sickness is getting worse and I'm not sure how to fix it. What is this? Is this what hate feels like? I thought I've hated someone before, Principal Asano, for example, but this is just ridiculous. I need to see the nurse, so I stand to leave, only to remember E-Class doesn't have an on-site nurse. Uneasily, I drag myself to the teacher's lounge and find Kuro-sensei talking with Karasuma-sensei and some blonde woman. Kuro-sensei, I capture his attention. I need your help.
He's never gonna make it. All the poor people he's forsaken.